Hoodwink, 1981, is a captivating detective novel penned by acclaimed American author Bill Pronzini. It is the seventh installment in the renowned Nameless Detective series. The story follows the enigmatic Nameless Detective as he delves into a perplexing locked-room murder that unfolds amidst a convention of pulp novel writers. Hoodwink garnered significant recognition, earning the prestigious inaugural Shamus Award in 1982 for the Best PI Hardcover Novel, presented by the esteemed Private Eye Writers of America. Over the years, Pronzini has authored an impressive collection of 46 works featuring the Nameless Detective as the central protagonist. The Nameless Detective, residing and operating in the vibrant city of San Francisco, is renowned for his keen investigative skills. While his true name remains a mystery, fragments of his personal history emerge throughout the series. Having grown up with a devout Catholic mother and an abusive alcoholic father, he later serves in the intelligence sector during the Vietnam War. Following his military service, he embarks on a career as both a police officer and a private investigator. Notably, the Nameless Detective shuns firearms, harbors a fondness for beer, and possesses a deep appreciation for vintage pulp magazines with their sensational and provocative narratives, printed on inexpensive wood pulp paper. At the outset of Hoodwink, the Nameless Detective prepares to relocate his office to a different neighborhood in San Francisco, following the events of the previous book, Labyrinth. However, his plans are interrupted by an unexpected visitor named Russell Dancer. Dancer, a talented yet troubled pulp writer with a history intertwined with the Nameless Detective's past cases, seeks his assistance. Reluctantly intrigued, the Nameless Detective agrees to accompany Dancer to the inaugural Western Pulp Convention in San Francisco. Just as the convention commences, Dancer receives a mysterious package containing a captivating short story titled Hoodwink, which sparks a chain of events that will test the detective's skills and unravel a complex web of deception. The narrative takes an intriguing turn when a letter surfaces, accusing Dancer of plagiarizing the captivating story and demanding a hefty sum to avoid tarnishing his reputation. Despite his current success as an action novel writer under an assumed name, Dancer yearns to restore his standing within the close-knit community of pulp writers. Seeking to uncover the identity of the blackmailer, he enlists the assistance of the Nameless Detective, urging him to accompany him to the Western Pulp Convention. Eager to delve into the world of his beloved pulp genre, the Nameless Detective readily agrees to aid Dancer in his quest. During the convention, the Nameless Detective encounters several esteemed pulp writers, including 5 members of a casual writers group known as the Pulpeteers. Remarkably, each member has received a blackmail letter similar to Dancer's. As the Nameless Detective mingles and subtly probes for information about the blackmail scheme, he detects an unsettling undercurrent of hostility and bitterness among the writers. Amidst his inquiries, the Nameless Detective crosses paths with Carrie Wade, an alluring young woman who happens to be the daughter of 2 prominent pulp writers. Uncertain of Carrie's genuine interest in him or merely in his profession as a private eye, the Nameless Detective relishes the opportunity to spend time with someone who shares his passion for pulp magazines and detective work, in stark contrast to his former girlfriend, Erica. Meanwhile, Dancer's anxiety at reuniting with his old acquaintances becomes overwhelming, driving him to drown his nerves in copious amounts of alcohol. Regrettably, this leads to him behaving abhorrently towards his fellow writers. In a dramatic and highly publicized altercation, Dancer engages in a massive fight with Frank Kolodny, the Pulpeteer's former editor, whom Dancer ultimately comes to suspect as the mastermind behind the blackmail scheme. Later that evening, Kolodny is discovered dead in a locked room, with Dancer found holding a gun as the only other person present. This dire situation plunges the Nameless Detective into a perplexing investigation, where he must untangle a web of deceit and uncover the truth behind the locked room murder. In a state of intoxication beyond comprehension, Dancer finds himself incapable of recalling the events surrounding Kolodny's shooting. Despite the mounting evidence against him, the Nameless Detective firmly believes in Dancer's innocence. Defying the orders of skeptical police officers who are convinced of Dancer's guilt, the detective embarks on an investigation that reveals a convoluted and intricate plot. It becomes clear that the blackmail letter was a cunning ruse orchestrated by one of the other writers harboring a deep-seated animosity towards Kolodny. The true culprit aimed to manipulate the situation, making it appear as though Kolodny was the mastermind behind the blackmail scheme. This manipulation ultimately leads to Dancer engaging in a heated and highly publicized argument with Kolodny, witnessed by everyone at the convention. Seizing the opportunity, the murderer capitalizes on Dancer's inebriation, successfully framing him for Kolodny's untimely demise. While the nameless detective eventually unravels the mystery and brings the true culprit to justice, the book concludes on a tantalizing cliffhanger. The unresolved question lingers regarding the future of the relationship between the nameless detective and Carrie Wade, particularly after they share an intimate encounter. Hoodwink masterfully blends thrilling detective work with a nostalgic homage to the lurid pulp magazines that captivated readers throughout the 20th century, resulting in an entertaining and delightfully twisted tale. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.